All right, so let's go through the names in this section 16, the fast one. Austin Tamagno of Oregon, Ryan Hill, Nike, Bowerman Track Club, Dan Hewling, Bowerman Track Club, Craig Engels, Ole Miss, Josh Thompson, Oklahoma State, Blake Haney, Oregon, Sam Prackle, Oregon, Mo Ahmed, Bowerman Track Club, Chris Sandoval, Zacatecas, Josh Kerr, New Mexico, Cole Rockhold, Colorado State, Derek Gutierrez, Ole Miss, Alex Palm, New Mexico, Alex George, Arkansas, and your pacer, Brandon McBride. So obviously, headliners, Ryan Hill, he's a world indoor medalist over 3,000 meters. Mo Ahmed, he's run 13:04 indoors, 13:01 outdoors, was 4th at the Olympic Games this past summer. And then Josh Kerr, looking to prove himself against some pros. He was the NCAA champion over 1,500 meters. So those are your highlights, but there's plenty of other names here too.
Yeah, and the thing with Josh Kerr is how often do you get an NCAA defending mile champ as the number 11 hip number?
Yeah.
And some context for Josh Kerr is that championship run, that 151 last 800, that comes after running a sub-4 prelim at NCAA. So we don't know how good Josh Kerr is. We're about to find out.
All right, so they're going to settle him back a little bit. I'm glad, though, we got to add a little context to this one. You got to think the favorites, well, I would think it's Ryan Hill. He's run 3:35. He did that last summer. You just never know. It's still early season for them. They're probably coming off altitude training. Anyways, we are off. And you could tell it is brisk. Hill got pushed to the back there off the opening 100 meters or so. Palm, I think, is going to help pace.
Yeah, so you got Palm, Brandon McBride, 156, the prescribed pace through 800 meters.
Well, McBride's there in about 5th. If he's a pacer, you would think he'd be at the front. He may not be pacing. He may try to finish this one. But McBride, that's an interesting story for him. Typically, you think of him just as an 800 guy, maybe trying his 1,500 legs. Palm's leading us.
It's just way too fast out here early. You got McBride with the watch. That's the only reason I think that he's –
well, he always wears a watch, though, I will say. Palm and then Gutierrez and Engels, so the two Ole Miss boys challenging up front with the pacer. We'll get you a 400 split at about 55. It's very, very quick, probably too quick.
Yeah, so I think some mistakes being made right now by that Ole Miss contingent. They're not really aware. You get caught up in the moment.
Well, you know who's licking his chops? Got to be Josh Kerr at that finishing speed. And the boys from Bowerman Track Club, they're hanging back. So there's a gap behind the Ole Miss guys, then to McBride, and then the rest of the field. There you see Josh Thompson, Josh Kerr right there. Now Ryan Hill popping up, and now the field starting to collect again.
So Engels for Ole Miss, he was 146 high at Florida just a couple weeks ago. He's NCAA champ in the DMR. He's got a 401 mile to his credit and probably the best haircut in the field.
Absolutely.
And then Joshua Thompson as well. He was in the mix there with Kerr and Cheserek at the NCAA championships. He faded back to 6th, but he's got quite the pedigree as well. He's run 3:56, and he's the Big 12 1K champion.
All right, let's take a peek at our 800 split. It's 1:56. That's what they wanted. The pacer is off. It's Gutierrez now up front. Thompson is right there. And Ryan Hill looks like he just wants to move up. He is just waiting. These guys are all prey in front of him. There's a little jostling going on between him and Craig Engels. You expect this deep of a field there to be a few conflicts. Now Josh Kerr looking to show and really validate that NCAA title. And he is up front, and he'll be right on the shoulder of Josh Thompson with 1 to go.
And this is going to be the tough way to do it because Ryan Hill, he is moving himself towards the front. He knows exactly where he needs to be. And Josh Kerr, 241. This record is going down. That 341 you just saw from Jeff Thies, that will not be the stadium record here.
All these guys with super elite finishing speed. We know how fast Kerr can finish. Thompson's a great closer. Guess what? Ryan Hill's one of the best in the world. Craig Engels got 800 speed. Mohamed's still in it. Those are the 5.
So Kerr and Thompson right now look like they're getting away from Hill just a little bit. And as I say that, Hill closes the gap.
Wow,
just
look at Josh Kerr.
Josh Kerr showing just how elite he actually is. He's for real.
He is the real deal. Looking to silence any haters that maybe said, hey, maybe that 1,500 or that mile win was a fluke. No, it wasn't a fluke. Josh Kerr's for real. He is going to be a superstar. The sophomore from New Mexico.
Oh, my
He's
goodness.
going to win this. Check out this time. He is going to run 3:35.97. Are you kidding me?
55-second last lap for Kerr. Oh, my goodness. And we're
3:35.99. Let's check out our collegiate all-time ranks. That puts Josh Kerr at 6th all-time at the NCAA level. Josh Kerr with an all-time performance, one for the record books. He's the real deal, folks. That NCAA title, you can believe it. This guy's going to be a superstar. Look how pumped up he is. We're going to chat with him afterwards. Wow, what a race here. That one lived up to the hype.
Craig Engels also getting Ryan Hill at the line for a 3:37, a great run for